Thank you very much. I want to thank my colleagues, Senator Stewart Cousins, as I don't really care if I say this 100 times. She exemplifies everything what it means to be a lady and just a good, genuine human being. Senator Klein, I appreciate your kind words and support. The good news is, contrary to what you may hear, we actually do work closely together and we get a lot of good things done. There's a couple of bumps in the road along the way, but we actually do get things done. So, you know, looking back, this is my 30th year in public service, and I want to highlight something. It's one of my proudest legislative accomplishments that I had absolutely nothing to do with. My father served in the legislature from 1972 to 1986, and he was a big New York State historian, political buff, and he had written about political history in the state of New York, and he wrote about the suffragette movement. And he wrote about women in the legislature. And in 1986, as a male in the New York State legislature, he put together the first historical perspective on every woman that had served since women had gotten the vote. And there was a woman, part of the catalyst for that was that there was a woman named Ida Samus, who was elected in 1919 from the town of Huntington, where I live, and my father had written a historical essay about her accomplishments in the legislature, which it was not an easy feat to get elected, let alone do any legislative work and get all that done. So that is something that I'm extraordinarily proud of, and I think about that as we deliberate on all kinds of issues that are going on here. In terms of today, my favorite thing about today is the collective energy, passion, experience, and wisdom of all the people who are seated here. And if you haven't had a chance, you get this book. You're going to meet all these wonderful women that you're being honored with, and it's fun to look at it thereafter. You're going to get a nice memento outside. We have a nice reception, but it is fitting, proper, timely, and always in place to recognize the achievement of great New Yorkers, and in particular, great female New Yorkers. So you're going to be gratified to meet all these people. And I have a little latitude, only a little because we have a program. I want to just talk about the woman of distinction I have here as a microcosm of, I think, a lot of people who are sitting here today. Ellen Holmes, I met as a constituent, and I'm going to be really succinct on this. I met her campaigning. One day at her house, she has children with developmental disabilities, and it was mayhem and chaos. And that was the order of the day, perhaps every day, but the day I was there. We cultivated a relationship, and Ellen actually ended up coming and volunteering for my campaigns, and every one of us can appreciate this. Now, you think when people go door to door, they can get flustered pretty easily, especially if people have dogs. Ellen has no qualms about anything. She was going up to this house. There was like a Great Dane or something that was, ravenously barking at the front door. She's walking up, just handing out the literature, doing her thing. But she has done extraordinary work, as have all of you in your own sector, in your own community, in your own way. And for our colleagues to have the opportunity to highlight your virtues and values, we really like that. So congratulations to all of you. We're going to move the program along, and we are lucky to serve in the capacities that we do. We are public servants, and it's going to be fun to go back and tell our constituents about all the great things that you do. So welcome to Albany, and I hope you have a very special evening.